So once in a lifetime, we all have had insecurities. We all have had feelings of self-doubt, of inadequacy, of what we could bring to the world. Even I have experienced it too, a lot of times. So today, I just want to give you on how you can manage it in order for it not to control you. Hi guys, my name is Layemi Elete. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're not part of the family, please subscribe for more videos on personal development and my lifestyle. So today I'll be talking about insecurities. Many of us, we have had a time where we are feeling some kind of feeling of self-doubt, where we're feeling insecure, when we're feeling inadequate of what we had to bring or what we had to offer in the world. So today I just want to give you guys some tips on how you can manage it in order for it not to control you. First of all, what are insecurities? Insecurity is a feeling of self-doubt. It's a feeling of inadequacy, what we can offer to people. Most of the times, people who feel insecure, they don't love themselves, don't feel comfortable with the way they are. They might be feeling insecure of how their height, how they speak, how they walk, or how they act. The time in my life, I was that person too. I felt insecure solely on how I was. Right from when I was young, I was a very shy person. I was very shy to the point that I could not talk one-on-one with people. I could not even talk one-on-one with my parents sometimes. I'll send them text message just because I want to avoid talking to them. And the thing was very serious to a point that I couldn't relate with people. I couldn't talk with people. I couldn't have a normal conversation with people because I felt that my voice time, if I'm talking to people on WhatsApp, that is then, I will try to change my voice. I'll try to change my voice so that they will not really know how my voice was, because a lot of people normally say, oh, your voice was deep, oh, your voice doesn't sound like a girl voice. It's just now that my voice is becoming lighter, but before my tune was very, very thick. So it made me feel bad, it made me feel insecure. I couldn't really talk or associate with people. I missed out on a lot of important friendships I would have built if not for this feeling. I had this feeling that people won't accept me, people won't like me the way I am. I had to shield myself, I had to shield my voice for people to like me, which in turn affected my entire personality. So most of the time, people tend not to realize that our behaviors, our insecurity affect how we relate with people. Our insecurity affects how we see anything we do, any action we take affects how we behave or how we relate with people. Another type of insecurity I had an insecurity of how tall I was. I was very tall. I'm from a tall family, so what do you expect? I'm from a tall family. From my primary school, I was the tallest. I was the tallest in my class. I was the tallest in my church. In anywhere I go to, I was tall. My height always stood out. People always like, your children are tall, or your daughter is tall, or this. And it made me feel somehow. Like there was a time when I went to church, and because of how tall I was, I couldn't stand in the front line. I was asked to go to the back. So a lot of situations just like that has made me feel really bad. We're having cultural day, so everyone dressed in their cultural attire. I wore high heel. My mom bought a high heel, like the length of the heel was like this, and I wore it to school feeling unconfident and happy. Oh, I'm looking so fine, so fly. And when I went to school, one of my teachers was like, you're already tall, so why are you wearing this added height? You don't need it. I even had to bend to enter inside the hall. People were laughing. So as a result of that, immediately finished my presentation, I removed my slippers, I removed the shoe, I removed the incidences that happened once or twice about my height. All builded up to the time where I stopped wearing high heels permanently. Like if you come to my house and check my collection of shoes, all the heels I had, I don't think I've worn them more than once. The one that I wore for my graduation, I think that was the last time I wore heels in my graduation day. That heels, I wore it for the first and last time that day. I didn't wear it again because of I was feeling, I beg you to make me too tall, let me just wear sandals. If I wear it, I stand up, I'll be like, oh, I'm too tall, let me just wear sandals, and I failed to realize that actually liked me the way I was. One thing about insecurities, it shields us to how people really see us. It makes us have this kind of mentality in our head that this is what the person sees when he looks at me. It does not make us see people's true behavior. There was also this friend I had. Her teeth were very big, her teeth were very bold. So as a result of that, she was feeling insecure about that. She didn't really like it. As a result of that, she now knows how to talk without opening her teeth. I don't think I've ever seen her like smile and her whole teeth is out fully. I have never. Even when she's snapping pictures or when she's talking, she's always trying to cover her teeth because of how people told her like your teeth is big. So one thing I want to tell people is learn how to talk to people, learn how to relate with people. Different people have their perspective of things. Learn how to relate with them. Don't talk to people in a manner that is to make them start to feel uncomfortable of how they truly are. If you have a friend that always judges you or always makes you feel uncomfortable, doesn't make you want to be who you are around them, my dear friend, brother or sister, avoid that person. Anybody who always wants you to act in a certain manner just because you are their friend, that is not a friend. Anybody that wants you to change your behavior, change your personality just because of their comfort isn't your friend. Anybody that is your friend should accept you the way you are. Anybody that is your friend should be able to manage both your good sides and your bad sides. That's what I feel about friendship. Enough with the chit chat. You have seen how insecurity has affected my lifestyle in 2 different ways, and how I managed them was I started to feel comfortable the way I was. The first step to overcoming insecurities is firstly identifying what caused them. Most of the time, what causes insecurities is what people say about us should not necessarily dictate how we behave or how we feel. Most of the time, in the past few years, when someone tells me this is how I behave or this is how I do, I don't pay much attention to it, is because if you dwell on it, it will affect the way you behave. It will start making you try to adjust to fit a person's ideology on how you should behave or how you should act, and that should not be. Another thing that I would like to say is, if you have anyone, maybe a friend or a family member, or who always puts you down, who always makes you feel inadequate or not good about yourself, please avoid them. It's not everybody you must talk to. It's not everybody you must associate with. It's not every friend you must have. Please avoid them. Please avoid them for your own happiness. Tip 2 is embracing positivity. As I always say, give off positive vibes. Give off positive vibes. Be a person who is cheerful. Tip 2 to overcoming your insecurities is to practice self-care. Most of the time, people who don't take care of themselves often have insecurities. You can take care of yourself by eating better, living a happier life, being emotionally stable, having supportive people around you. Tip 3, another way to build your confidence and to remove insecurities is surrounding yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with people who make you feel worthy, people who make you feel good about yourself, people who don't put you down just to build themselves up, people who can vouch for you, people who can give you an extra edge. Most of the time, if I'm not feeling confident, my parents, my siblings, my friends, I lean on them for advice on how to address a certain thing. Maybe in a crowd, I'm about to give a speech or something, I look at the faces of people who are supporting me, and that alone gives me confidence. The 4th tip is to ignore the negative comments. It might be hard because it's not just about saying, it's about doing. But try your best to ignore negative comments about yourself. Most of the times when people are starting a new venture, people tend to give bad comments on what they are doing, say, oh, this thing you're doing is not right, only just for them to start doing it. Don't listen to them. If it's okay with you, if whatever you're doing is okay with you, my sister, my brother, go ahead with it. Don't lean on what people tell you to decide how you should behave. So these are the few tips I have to offer on how to control your insecurities. They have helped me in the long run, and I hope they can help you too. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe with all of your friends for more videos on self-development and personal improvement.